Hi, Yukta. Welcome to our podcast, Humans of SYMB. It's lovely to have you here. So, before we start, do you want to say something to our audience about yourself or just give a small intro about yourself?
Um, I'm Yukta. I recently started working here and it has been a pleasure working here. And yeah, it's only been 2, 3 weeks for me. So thank you for having me.
So, you're pretty new,
Yeah.
and which means that, I'm sure you're still going and, exploring how the team is, how the culture is. So, we can start simple. Let's get to know more about you a little. So, say if your friends had to describe you in 3 words, what do you think they would say?
Reliable, creative, overthinker. I'm a huge overthinker. So I overthink a lot, even like small conversations. I go back and, go through that within like in my mind itself. So yeah, that's what they would call me.
I think I completely relate to that. At any time I send an email, I have to read it 3 times
Yeah.
and I still make a mistake. So there's that. I don't think overthinking is helping me a lot, but yeah, can't help it.
But I think that also comes within our experience of how we are growing and the work experience that we have. So I think that helps a little bit going over and over for emails or something like that. But yeah.
True. Um, okay, so that's how your friends would describe you. What about yourself? What's something we should know about Yukta that was not on your resume when you applied?
I'm really passionate about a lot of things. Passionate comes to me um, through things that gets me inspired. It could be anything around me. For example, if I take you that you are very good at writing, so that will inspire me a lot, and it will make me feel that Divya can do so much better in this thing. That is something that even I can grow on. So passion is one thing that I think doesn't show up that much on my resume. But if I think while doing interviews, I'm hoping that it is a little bit shown there. I'm quite very fast adaptable and I'm quite reliable. So yeah.
So I think reliable is
Sticky. Like a safe space for people around me.
great. I think that's really important about creating safe spaces. And more so what you said about being inspired by other people's passion. I think that's something all of us should have, I feel, because there's so much that we can learn from each other. You said that you think my writing inspires you. I think that your, in fact, reliability and commitment is something that inspires me. And that's something I would want to learn more of.
Correct.
So while we were talking about your resume, I also know that you have a background in fashion technology, which I find really fascinating that, the jump from fashion to tech is not something that many people make because one is so creative and tech is not usually considered to be creative.
Correct.
So I'm really curious to know how did you make that jump and, what drove you to actually want to explore this field as well?
So basically, yeah, like the jump that I made, I even myself, I was never sure that, I'll make that. But then once I was there and I've done so many internships and even my first job that I did, I felt that it was being very monotonous for me. I'm 23. I don't think that this is a time for me to, be safe and be happy somewhere with a good amount of package or something like that. But that was clearly not working out for me. I am not that kind of a person. So, personally for me, jumping from fashion to tech, it's been 2, 3 weeks, as I already told you. I'm really glad that I've made that jump. How did I do that was also because I was very curious in terms of, whatever I was doing there, brand management and all of those things were something which I've done so much. Even if it was during internships, I have done a lot of those kind of work because I put a lot of efforts while doing it. So I felt like there was some blockage for me there. And then tech is a completely new area, new space. I never ever felt that, this could be creative. But to be very honest, it is creative. You need to strategize a lot if you are in a marketing team. You have to come up with campaign ideas. You have to come up with how to make the content for people to read it. And clearly, like something similar, we were doing it there as well. So, the like people were thinking that, fashion is that, fashion is this, but I don't think, honestly, for me, that tech is that boring. I am really enjoying here. I'm getting inspired by a lot of people who are around me, which keeps me motivating, that people out there are so many people that have done so much in their life. I get to work with people who are 20 years elder to me, or 10 years of experience, and 15 years or 30 years of experience. And then when you listen to what they have done when they were at our age, the amount of things that they tell is extremely, motivating for me personally. This is what I feel. So I don't think so it's boring for me at all, and I'm really glad that I made that jump. I was very confused while making that jump, but once I did, it was clear to me, this is where I think I should have been.
Nice. I think that goes to show that, sometimes we tend to think of our careers as like one straight line. And,
Yeah.
you do this degree, and I think that dialogue from Ye Jawani Ye Diwani, like at 25 you do this, at 30 you do this, at 40 you're doing this, and by 60 you're retired. I don't think that's true anymore as we sort of become more globalized and more interconnected. I think all fields are starting to get really connected to each other.
But I think it is actually like there are few of my friends as well who have these kind of things, 25 we'll do this, 26 we'll get this, then we'll get settled, and we'll have marriage and all of those things. And then if you see them right now, what are they doing with their life in terms of their career? I don't see a lot of things happening. So that is also there. And a lot of my friends also call me that, Yukta, you should also, think about switching to HR job roles, because so one thing that I've done a lot in my college days or even right now is I've helped my friends. I've helped them in terms of, to figure out their job roles and to have new opportunities for them to increase their packages and all of those things. So yeah, that is also there. But these small things are things, that is like, oh, someone wants to do something with their life. They want to achieve something. They want to get somewhere. So I'm like, why not help them?
So as you mentioned, it's been 2-3 weeks for you here, and how much you love working here and how much you really enjoy the sector of tech. So I just wanted to know, if you had to pick just one thing, what's the best thing that you like about working in tech?
Problem solving process, I think. Since I'm from a marketing team, even though I don't do coding and those kind of stuff, but I feel that strategizing and all of those problem solving things is something which excites me. Since you already know by now that I really like talking, and I am very emotional, and I'm like, I can be very empathetic towards anybody. I can cry and all of those things. So problem solving is one thing which I believe that is making me motivated and making me work more on this, and I don't feel that it's boring.
Nice. So I think that's enough about work. Let's talk about some things more fun. If we open your closet right now, okay, since you're a fashion plus technology person, which is a great combination to have. So if you open your closet right now, what are the top 5 things we would find?
Solid colors, nothing flashy, no prints, very versatile pieces that I can wear with more, wear anywhere actually. I am a very practical sort of a person, so a lot of practical pieces would be there, oversized pieces would be there. Yeah, that's all.
Nice. So I think reliability also comes into your closet as well. Have a reliable closet.
Practicality and balance comes a lot.
So I'm really curious. I know that you say you enjoy tech so much and you've shifted here, but you did choose fashion technology first. And I just want to know, how did that start? How did that begin?
Interestingly, I was not supposed to join NIFT. That was never my intention to join. So when I was in my 12th standard, everybody around me were like, oh, fashion karna hai, NIFT karenge. And then I was like, oh, okay, bye, have fun. And then I was preparing for my law and hotel management. And that time my brother was like, you're good at creating arts and all of those things. So maybe you can try, bhar do, kya hi problem hai. And my aim that point of life was, Yukta, you go wherever, you have to go for a top good school. If, for example, I'm going for fashion, I have to enter a very good school. If, for example, I have to go for law, I have to go to NLUs, hotel management, IHM Pusa. So these were the things which were in my mind. Whatever field, whatever career you want to choose for yourself, you have to go for a best college. That gives you exposure, and that's how, you can grow, space, experience things. So that was something which I was clear about. How from there to FC was like, I gave that exam and then I read about it, and then I got selected, and then I had my NLU. I sat for NLU as well because my family was like, "Yutta, you should try. It's a good fashion, doesn't pay you much. This happens, that happens. You will not get a good LPA job." And all of my brothers, if you see, all of them are engineers and they have a very good salary package and all of those things. So that sort, even my family was like, let's just scrape the idea of going for an IFT, even though I got selected there. And I was supposed to go for a law college or IHM. And that's how I was like, no, I have to do an IFT. I read articles and that inspired me, that point of life. There were so many articles about this is happening in India, this is happening in terms of fashion, this is going there. So same thing, whatever is happening right now, even in tech, wherever I am right now, it was the same thing even there, that I got inspired basically by the people who were in that industry and working so much for whatever their reasons were, wherever they were. And that just made me curious that, even I can be somewhere like that and I should go there. ये भी हो सकता है कि मैंने NLU के बारे में उतना नहीं पढ़ा, but that happened. And even there, I wanted to do fashion designing, and then people were like, fashion designing doesn't pay you. And then right now, if I see, it's a good thing that I did not go for fashion design courses or any other accessory. I would have been horrible because I'm very bad with, something doing by hands.
I feel.
So I make very horrible portraits of people. I can replicate anything, but portraits, not at all. So, yeah, I mean, that's how I went to XC, because it pays well and it has well things, but I think everything aligned for me eventually. And wherever I am right now, I'm kind of happy the fact that, I've experienced that area and I have come to tech now, and I did not come here before. So, yeah.
And I find it really fascinating that, there were so many fields that you could have gone into. There was fashion, there's hotel management, there's law, and all of them are, I think, vastly different from each other.
Exactly.
Which means that, I think there's a lot of, like you said, you got a lot of advice about what to do, what not to do. And of course, that happens with everyone who's, starting their career. But given where you are now, do you still feel this pressure to figure it out? Or do you think that essence or that feeling of, let's just see what happens, and it doesn't matter where you are in your career right now, but you still have this feeling that you want to shift, or if you feel that it's not working out for you? Or do you think that at a later stage, do you feel that you need to figure it out, or there has to be some sort of culmination to what you're pursuing? Do you have any of those feelings, or do you think you'll continue to explore as you?
I am continuing exploring. I think I mean, I'm 23. It's honestly not an age for me to, have everything figured out. I am scared a little bit in terms of, since I don't have goals, I don't have these kind of things that, 5 years you see yourself there, 5 years you see doing something, opening something of yourself. So all of those kind of things I still don't have figured out at all. But I'm really grateful for the fact that I have a lot of interesting people around me, passionate people around me, to whom I can go anytime. And then I know that they will guide me to a correct path. And eventually, like, even when I was selecting my college, I spoke with I think 30-35 people who were actually doing NIFT or were related to that field, fashion field. Everybody told me not to go there. Only one person was there who told me, Yukta, you can actually, if you're actually interested, you can actually take up FC. FC pays you well. Other departments, they don't pay you well until you have figured out that, you want to do textile design, you want to do fashion designing. If there is no, even same as what I am right now, that point of life also, I was not confident in, what I have to go forward for.
Right.
So that time also I just thought, it's okay, FC pays you well, FC has this, okay, fine, I'll go to FC. And somehow it eventually worked out for me. So yeah.
So, Yukta, I have a unique question to ask you.
Okay.
Since we were talking about food, it just gave me an idea. If you had to describe your career as a item of food,
I know where it's going.
what food item would you be?
Right. Raita, I think.
Why raita?
It's, every. So I think I'm all over the place, every single, like, I mean, even other people, they would also feel that they're all over the place, but I think I would be on top of that ladder. So yeah, Raika.
But raita is actually one of I would say, essential accompaniment. Yeah, saying that the conquer with everything, yeah. And it completes the meal as well. So, it's a good thing.